If you have ever promised yourself that you would not overspend during the holidays and still end up swiping your card left and right, this video is exactly for you. The average American spends more than $1,600 during the holidays, and most of it is unplanned. Hi, I'm Brian, your money friend, and today I'm showing you exactly how I'm planning my holiday budget for this year so I can actually enjoy the season without feeling broke in January. Now, here's why you need a holiday budget. The holiday season has a way of sneaking up on us, and the music starts playing, the stores begin decorating, and before you realize it, you're saying yes to every invitation and checkout deal. Now, most people think that they will figure it out later, but by the time January hits, they are paying interest on purchases that were meant to bring joy. A holiday budget gives you freedom, not restriction. It tells your money where to go so you can enjoy every part of the season without anxiety or guilt. Now, step one of establishing this holiday budget is to set a total spending limit. Start with one number, your total budget for the season. It does not have to be complicated. Just choose an amount you can spend without touching your emergency fund or taking on additional debt. A good rule of thumb is 5 to 10% of your monthly take home pay. That's usually what I like to do. If you take home $4,000 a month, aim for somewhere between like $200 and $400 total. Then separate that money from your regular checking account. I keep mine in a high yield savings account through Capital One Savings, and you could also use things like Barclay or CIT Bank. All three pay competitive interest rates with no monthly fees, so your money earns a little extra while it waits during the holidays. Setting a hard limit is the first key way to prevent emotional overspending later. Now, step two is to divide the budget into categories. Once you have your number, break it down into clear buckets. Here's a simple layout that works for most people: gifts for family, friends, and coworkers, travel and transport, food, parties and dining, decorations or hosting costs. There's also charitable giving if that's your sort of thing. There's also self-care or small personal treats. And with all these different categories, you want to add each category to a spreadsheet or a budget app such as like Rocket Money. And seeing each bucket in writing makes the process feel organized and intentional. Next, you want to rank them. Decide what matters most for you this year. If travel, for example, is your top priority, cut a little from decor or dining. If gifts matter most, find ways to make them like meaningful without going overboard. Now, step three is to automate your savings plan. And the easiest way to reach your goal is to automate it. Like, that's really the best advice I can give on this. You want to set up automatic transfers from your main account into your holiday fund once a week. Even $50 each week for like 6 weeks adds up into $300. And this would hit that amount by mid-December. And you can track your progress inside apps like Rocket Money, which links to your accounts and shows exactly how your savings are building while your other bills continue as usual. Now, automation removes temptation and makes savings feel kind of effortless. It's like one of those things you set up once and it's going to be a breeze for the rest of your life. Now, step number four is to avoid debt and any interest traps. Holiday debt is really sneaky, I will tell you. A single buy now, pay later purchase or a few high interest card balances can quietly undo months of progress. And I'm sure none of us want that. Now, whenever possible, pay with cash or your dedicated holiday account. If you prefer to use a card for tracking or rewards, make sure it is one you pay off in full after every single purchase. And if you run a side business or you're a freelancer, for example, you want to separate personal and business expenses through like things like Lili Business Banking or Relay. Both make it easy to create multiple envelopes for travel, taxes, and holiday spending. And by keeping those funds separate, you always know what belongs to you and what belongs to your business. Now, step number five is to use the gift per person method. Gift giving can get out of hand pretty quickly, I will say. The best way to control it is to plan gifts person by person. You want to start by writing down everyone you plan to buy for. Next, to each name, assign a dollar amount. For example, parents is $100 each, partner $150, Siblings, 40 each. Friends and coworkers, maybe $20 each. Now, total it up. If the number feels too high, reduce slightly in the least important categories for you. This process gives you full clarity before you ever start shopping. And when you shop online, remember to look for bonus savings or cashback offers. There's many I know on like BankRate Savings Account. I know there's a lot of coupons and cashback offers through BankRate Savings Accounts. Sometimes those links offer extra rewards or limited time yields for the season. Now, step number 6 is to plan travel early and smartly. If you're traveling in December, this is the month to book. Prices almost always increases closer to the holidays. And you want to use flight comparison tools early and set price alerts. When you finally purchase tickets, pay from your designated travel budget so your other categories stay intact. If you invest or trade, you can even park short-term savings into SoFi or Webull cash management accounts to earn interest while you wait. Just make sure you keep that money liquid and always ready to go and accessible. Now, a bonus tip is that there's hidden holiday costs to watch for. And I would say even when your main categories are set, small expenses can sneak in, like things like wrapping paper, shipping fees, cards, or I don't know, like last minute host gifts if you're into that. One trick I like to use is what I call the 5% cushion. You can take your total holiday budget and multiply by 0.05. That small amount becomes your kind of surprise expense fund. And you might be amazed how often that exact cushion covers the little things you kind of forget. Now, I also want to talk about what do you do if you overspend? Now, let's be honest. Even with planning, overspending can happen because, it's the holiday season. We're trying to be lenient, but maybe travel was pricier than expected or you picked up a few extra gifts. The key is not to panic here. The ultimate goal is that after the holidays, you can open up your January budget and just rebalance things around. You can reduce discretionary categories such as entertainment or dining out until you are back on track. What matters most is staying aware, not feeling guilty. And you're building financial control that lasts well beyond December. Now, there's also a mindset shift that I want to introduce, which is the real goal of holiday spending. Many people think budgeting means restriction, but the real goal is alignment. You want every dollar to reflect your values, and you can ask yourself what makes the holidays memorable for you. Is it the expensive gifts or the time spent with people you care about? When you budget with that mindset, your spending automatically becomes more intentional and fulfilling. Now, if you want to take the same approach that I personally shared in this video, all the trusted resources are linked down below. For example, BankRate Savings Accounts to compare top rates from Capital One, Barclays, and CIT Bank. I've also mentioned Rocket Money to track spending, automate savings, and manage your subscriptions that oftentimes sneak up on you. And if you own a business or you're a freelancer, there's Lili Business Banking or Relay to separate funds and plan your cash flow. There's also SoFi and Webull to keep cash kind of idle, but you're still earning you an interest rate. So while you're waiting to book travel or gifting expenses, you're still earning some money on your money. Now, using any of these links supports the channel at no additional cost to you and helps us keep this content for free for everyone who wants to build better money habits. Now, ultimately, the final takeaway, the holiday should bring peace of mind, not pressure. And by setting your limit early, automating your savings, and tracking every single week, I almost want to say that you will enjoy the season knowing that every expense was part of that plan. If you take away only one thing from this video, let it be this. Spending intentionally feels far better than spending impulsively. I'm Brian, your money friend. If this video helped you, tap like, subscribe, and share it with someone who wants to enter the new year debt-free and stress-free. With that, I'll see you guys in the next one.